Look, today, everybody, I just want to say thank you so much for having the ability to introduce our Kenergy Coffee. I know that a lot of people drink coffee, but unlike other coffee, ours has cordyceps and L-theanine. One of the biggest benefits of healthy coffee is for men especially, the caffeine helps us with prostate, that's a proven, and then L-theanine, it helps us focus. A lot of people in college drink a lot of coffee, but imagine if you had coffee to help you with focus. And here's the thing, the cordyceps not only give you energy, but they detox. So imagine a coffee that does three things: energy, focus, and detox. So you really have to try this coffee. Not only does it work for you on the functional level, it's the best tasting coffee in the world. So please try our coffee.
What is your plan to promote our coffee in Las Vegas?
Well, right now in Vegas, even though we are going to surprise 300 people are going to be able to taste this coffee. And here's the thing, the 300 people are going to be also marketing the coffee around the world in over 100 countries. So one of the biggest benefits in Vegas, we're having at the Suncoast Hotel. Everybody's going to get a free sample, but everybody's going to walk out now with the ability to tell people about not only the best tasting coffee, but the healthiest coffee they can give to their family.
Why do you know so much about our coffee?
Well, I come from the coffee industry. I actually used to own Johari Coffee. It was the largest minority-owned coffee company in America at one time. We imported coffee from all African countries only. So when we sold that company and it became another name, I stayed in the coffee. I went to the barista school. So I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to taste, this coffee tastes better than any coffee that you can buy. But the most important reason about drinking this coffee is how it makes you feel. So again, I've been in coffee for 35 years. We've had all the African coffees, but I've had coffee from Jamaica, I've had coffee from Sumatra, I've had coffee from Hawaii, but you will never taste a coffee that's called a functional beverage. That's the one thing other coffees cannot say, that Kisime coffee or Kenergy coffee is a functional beverage. You need to try it.
So what makes our Kenergy coffee different from the rest of coffee you have already experienced?
Well, let's talk about the differences in coffee. There's Robusta, which is grown on a smaller tree, grows along the ground. It tends to be more acidic, has a stronger aftertaste. Then there's Arabica. Most people don't know all coffee comes from Ethiopia. The reason it's called Arabica because the Arabs went into Ethiopia and they started exporting coffee first, i.e. the name Arabica. But you have to think about what makes this coffee different is not only that this coffee has L-theanine in it and cordyceps, which is a mushroom, but the coffee itself is such a smooth blend that when you taste it, you don't taste L-theanine and you don't taste the cordyceps. What you do is you get the best coffee feeling in the world that you can't get. A lot of coffee like the other coffees could be a little acidic on the stomach. That's a big issue. A lot of people cannot drink coffee because of acidity. So Robusta beans a little higher. Arabica beans can be acidic too. But when you drink this coffee, you don't have the tummy ache that makes a lot of people never be coffee drinkers. You need to try this coffee.